And we are live again. Uh, Welcome to Deep Point. My name is Chinmay along with Sallav. We welcome you to another Deep Point Live. And today we are looking at the last 5 days of IPL 26. And honestly, these 5 days have given us almost everything. 4 centuries and four very significant innings from four very good batters, one match winning century, but the other three were also significant. A team, Mumbai Indians, looked almost done and dusted, but suddenly they won by 99 runs in one of the matches. But in the subsequent match, they again looked like the same MI that we are seeing again and again in this year's IPL. SRH again showed that they are playing a different version of T20 cricket this year, and they are looking much more complete team than last year or last to last year. We are habituated of seeing SRH as a top heavy kind of a team, but this time the SRH story is not just about their batting, rather it is about their bowling and how they have rediscovered their bowling lineup, and they have added few uh, very exciting talents to their playing 11, and they are showing how good bowlers they are, the variations, the impact that they are having, and we will discuss about the bowling lineup of SRH along with their batting. Rajasthan Royals, as we mentioned multiple times, they are showing different ways to win matches, and they are not just a destructive batting lineup, but they are also a very well-rounded bowling unit, and they are showing it again and again. LSG as a team somehow losing their track, and their home ground has started looking less like a fortress and more like a trap for themselves. But on the other hand, CSK is coming back to their own self. They are treating their home ground as their fortress as always, and that's very exciting to see. Uh, and these are the teams which are showing and telling different stories to their fans, the viewers, to us, and we will discuss those different stories, different narratives around these teams. And if you we actually combined these 5 days because you will see that all these teams are showing different colors, and we will different shades, and we will discuss about that. And another thing is now almost all the teams, actually all the teams have played 7 matches, I think. So we
Hmm.
can now do a deep analysis into where they stand in the, not only in the points table, but in terms of how they are performing, the brand of cricket they are playing, how adaptive they are, the kind of strategies they are having, and where they are moving not only in this year's IPL, but their plans for future, the next season and next to next season, whether they are grooming young talents or not, how their old pros are doing. So we will discuss all that. So Salab, let's start with yesterday's match, and then we will move to the other matches that happened in the last 4 to 5 days, and we will dig deeper into individual performances in teams, their batting and bowling performances, how they are looking after 7 matches,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we will almost do a mid-season kind of an analysis
Yeah.
of almost all
Hmm.
the teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, I mentioned absolutely the right thing. I think afternoon we are having Delhi versus Punjab. A very exciting game is coming up. and these two are the teams who are right now have played 6 matches, and
Six matches.
that will be their seventh match. So
Hmm.
eventually, we will enter today's evening match with RR versus SRH. That match will be uh, like we will start the second half of our IPL from that match. So officially, we are almost done with the first half. And the last few days, I think it was a roller coaster for a lot of teams, and I think now we are good to evaluate at least the direction in which the teams are going. So if we just recollect what happened yesterday, a very regular day for RCB, it seems.
Hmm.
So RCB and Chinnaswamy, I think they have found this template, that we will bowl first and we will try to restrict the opposition within 220, and on Chinnaswamy ground with the kind of batting that RCB is having. And when we saw the another data point yesterday also to substantiate the fact that they have come with a very prepared batting lineup like last year.
Hmm.
They are leaving no stones unturned when it comes to batting, and they have chased the like quite comfortably in the end. Few things so far as that happened yesterday. I think Sai Sudarshan played a good knock. He played. He brought his. Finally, we could see the Sai Sudarshan who impressed us a lot.
So
Yeah. Am I visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So some glitch happened.
Hmm.
Okay. So right, and now we have seen that this is something that RCB has made regular, and after that, what we could see yesterday is Sai's brilliant knock. I think he finally came back to his form. And yesterday, after 10 overs, the game that Gujarat played, especially Washington Sundar, I think the entire middle order again they will have to think a lot. So they made
Yeah.
one change. They dropped Glenn Phillips yesterday, and they brought in Jason Holder, who has shown that he's a good replacement. He
Yeah.
contributed with both bat and ball yesterday, but I think if in short, yesterday Gujarat's villain of the match was definitely Washington Sundar,
Hmm.
because his batting, not only we all know that he dropped the all important catch in the very first over of Virat Kohli. But apart from that, the kind of batting display that Washington Sundar has shown us yesterday, I think Gujarat is will now regret that the decision that they went with, you know, by leaving Sharfin
Rather.
Rutherford, and
Hmm.
by having trust on Washington Sundar for that number four position. Washington Sundar is a good batsman. Nobody has any doubt about it, because even in that innings also he has played some. He has hit a couple of sixes, which actually shows that he's a proper batter. But the
Hmm.
problem is he's not ready for this format and at that position.
Hmm.
You will have to just like Washington Sundar sometimes becomes your number three batter in tests. You will have to think about playing him in power play. So if you actually want to maximize Washington Sundar, then you will have to play him like the way RCB is using Devdutt Padikkal.
Yeah.
So you will have to give him time to settle within the power play. You cannot
Hmm.
bring him after the power play is done in the middle of an innings. At that period, Washington Sundar was not making any sense. They should have
Hmm.
gone with the finishers. Maybe they could have directly gone with Rashid Khan. Because
Hmm.
once you get a start like that, once you are heading towards on a Chinnaswamy ground, yes, yesterday's pitch was not very easy to play on, but you will have to keep in mind that you are having a gun batting side to follow up, and
Hmm.
nothing less than 220 is enough on a Chinnaswamy ground.
Hmm.
In that case, at least 15-20 runs, that was short so far as this entire match was concerned. And after that, that catch drop, I think that actually sealed the deal, because you
Yeah.
cannot drop Kohli in a chase, and Kohli will never give you a second chance if he has already given you one chance in the first ball. So that was Kohli's
Hmm.
first ball. He that just came to you like a blessing, and
Yeah.
it was a very, very shabby missed opportunity. I think this one miss will haunt Washington Sundar for a very long time, because that
Hmm.
actually uh, cost them 2 points. And if I am talking about RCB's batting, then I think we should mention about yesterday. Of course, we know that Kohli, what kind of a player he is. He's like some of the shots that he played yesterday, especially of
Hmm.
Rabada, the way he handled
Hmm.
Rabada yesterday, he almost neutralized Rabada. So,
Hmm.
and but we must mention the form that Padikkal is in,
Particle is in.
because
Hmm.
yeah. So the very first ball, that was around 150 kilometers
Hmm.
from Rabada, and he just flicked that out of the ground with disdain. So
Hmm.
that actually marks batsman's form. He's right now probably riding on his one of the best days of cricket. So
Hmm.
Devdutt Padikkal, I think that partnership sealed the match for
Hmm.
RCB, and after that, though, there were few quick wickets, but it was not enough. And clearly, it was very visible that Shubman Gill was not having any answers. So
Hmm.
nothing was working yesterday. Rashid Khan, he was bowling to full length, like
Hmm.
his lengths were not clear to him. I think like Rashid finally took the wicket of Devdutt Padikkal with that back of a length delivery.
Hmm.
So one might be wondering that what was you doing all the time. So if you know that
Hmm.
you will get that hint of turn, and you can deceive the batter with that kind of a delivery, then why were you bowling full all this time? So
Yeah.
there was no clarity to Rashid Khan at what length he should have bowled. Manav Sutar was brought so late, maybe because of again that matchup factors, and because Devdutt
Hmm.
Padikkal was playing so brilliantly. They might have missed on that trick of getting Sutar in. I think all over, like GT needs to think about a lot of things right now, because two
Hmm.
back-to-back losses, one against Mumbai, one against RCB yesterday in last 5 days. I think
Hmm.
this entire period has been like GT has had the worst time in the last few days,
Hmm.
I think.
Hmm.
So they need to work
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So, taking out four key points from whatever you shared, first is obviously Padikkal and Sai Sudarshan's evolution into elite T20 batters. They played proper shots
definitely.
technically very sound, still very effective T20 batters, and we will discuss a bit more on them. Uh, Virat Kohli's, and we are having this discussion for some time now. Virat Kohli's adaptability to modern T20 cricket. He is very good at rotating strikes. He's a chase master. He's everything that we think about a very classy batter, and he has proved everything in his lengthy career. So there's nothing to talk about there. But how he adapted in last 2 3 years uh, to modern T20 cricket is something that we must discuss, because he is one of the biggest factors in RCB's success in last year also and this year also. The third point is RCB slowly becoming a far more complete batting side than the old
Hmm.
RCB
Definitely.
versions, because earlier they used to be a destructive, top heavy batting
Hmm.
side, but now with a star-studded batting side, but now they are much more complete. They are much more effective. They are much
Definitely.
more well-rounded, and they're actually playing a very measured and impactful cricket. Fourth point is the problem that GT is having in their middle order batting, and also in the middle phases of their bowling. So
Hmm. Hmm.
they
Hmm.
have Ravada and others, and Siraj is also bowling really well, but in the
Hmm.
middle overs they are losing the track. I think they do not have bowlers to take control there. For example, and we will actually look at other teams also, but I just want to bring in the uh, uh, point that KKR is having much better middle over bowlers in Sunil Narayan, Barun, and say Anukul Roy
Hmm.
and others. They can uh, choke the
Tyagi is also
opposition.
coming up.
Sorry,
Tyagi is
Tyagi is
also coming.
also can come, and
Yes.
so in that sense, KKR is much better bowling side than teams like GT. So GT now have to, as a team, they have to focus on their middle over bowling and the middle order batting, because most of the teams have good opening bowlers and opening batters. You look at any team except say for KKR, most of the teams have very impactful
100%.
openers and very impactful opening bowlers. Where the teams are winning the matches is in the middle phases. Obviously you have to win the power play, as we mentioned earlier, but you also have to take control in the middle phase of the match. So we will also discuss that how
Hmm.
GT is facing the middle phase problem. So let's start with GT's problem, and then we will discuss about Virat Kohli
Yeah.
and Sai Sudarshan and Padikkal again, how they are actually creating a lot of impact.
Yeah. So currently, I think for me, the best side with their middle over bowling right now is CSK,
CSK.
because the kind of
Hmm.
planning that CSK is having for the entire middle
Hmm.
overs, we just
Hmm.
look at the bowlers. Akil Hussain, he's bowling a portion of his spell inside the middle overs. Most
Hmm.
of his portion is coming in the power play. Noor Ahmed is a proper middle over bowler. He was not finding his mojo in the initial stages. Now he is
Hmm.
pretty much back to his original form. Jamie Overton is becoming priceless in
Yeah.
the in the entire middle over phase, and along with that, Gurjapneet. So
Hmm.
all so if you combine this entire lineup, you will see that
Hmm.
right now the planning that CSK is having in their middle overs is phenomenal. So
Hmm.
even in the last match where Khalil didn't play, I think they came up with real good plans, and like all the bowlers they have clicked. Now, what GT could have done yesterday is they could have followed a similar sort of uh, strategy, because
Hmm.
yeah, I can understand that you were having a left-hander in Devdutt Padikkal who is in a very good form, but you will have to bring your spinners into the picture. If you
Hmm.
think that Devdutt Padikkal is becoming your threat, then why are you not using Washington Sundar's off spin?
Yeah.
Use spinner off spinner option also because Virat Kohli is playing. So
Hmm.
basically, your two spinners is are absolutely becoming null and void, and they are two proper spinners that you are banking on in your bowling lineup.
Hmm.
You have to trust either Rashid Khan and Prasidh Krishna.
Hmm.
And if both are going for runs, then you are looking.
All right. I think we lost. There is some connection issue from Sunlove side. So while Sunlove is rejoining, let's discuss a bit about Particle and Sai Sudarshan. I think Sudarshan, uh, the GT, the score that GT had in yesterday's match, 205 for 3, was powered by Sai Sudarshan's magnificent 100. He made exactly 100 from 58 balls. But what impressed me was not just the runs, but it was the control that Sai Sudarshan had. Because in at Chinnaswamy, many batters get trapped into uh, those uh, uh, temptations that the boundaries are smaller, and you can start hitting the ball recklessly. But Sudarshan and Padikkal also, they did not do that, and they paced their innings beautifully. And let's talk about Sudarshan. Although Gill started fluently, Sudarshan that time rotated strikes, and once the innings got stabilized, he shifted gears, and uh, he stayed for a long period of time, and steadied the ship for GT, and played brilliant shots, and the way he uh, constructed his innings, the way he paced his innings, the way he absorbed pressure, the way he decided when to attack spin, when to target pace. Uh, and when to completely take over the opposition's bowling. That was really exciting to see. And remember, another important thing, this innings also made him the fastest player to 2000 IPL runs, breaking Chris Gale's record. So I think that's not a small milestone, uh, and what we will obviously discuss today in our live is Sai Sudarshan becoming the most technically complete Indian T20 batter of the next generation, and we will also take Particle into that discussion because he played similar kind of innings as Sudarshan. Uh, uh, but let Salaf join in again, and then we will discuss about GT's issues and both batting and bowling issues, and then we will move to the discussion on Sudarshan and Particle. We will also look at Kohli's innings in today's live. The way he rediscovered and made some changes to his batting. He has added few shots to uh, his repertoire, and that is making him a brilliant T20 batter and very effective T20 batter. And that's a sign of a very accomplished and skillful batter, because even at this stage of his career, he's making changes, he's adapting to um uh, the format. He's having plans for what the opposition is trying to do. So, if you look at the kinds of innings he's playing lately, you can see signs of that the way he is actually adapting to the current brand of T20 cricket. Uh, we are still waiting for Salab to uh, rejoin. I think there is some issue at his side. We will also look at the other matches that happened last 4 to 5 days. There were 4 centuries, so 4 centuries in 5 days. So that's again brilliant to see. So we had a century from Sai Sudarshan in yesterday's match. Uh, we actually watched and experienced the brilliant century from Tilak Verma on the way he saved the match for Mumbai Indians. We've watched another brilliant century again, a match-winning one from Sanju Samson. We will also talk about the way Sanju Samson has again come back to his own self, and he's playing brilliantly. Uh, so we will discuss about these brilliant innings, the way these uh, batters are making significant contribution to their team's success. We will also have a deep analysis on where most of the teams are standing in terms of the kinds of cricket that they are playing, and kinds of impact they are having, and the teams that are uh, actually going downwards, whether they can come back to the tournament or not, whether they can revive their campaigns or not. We will discuss all that. Uh, so yeah, we have a lot to discuss, and we will have deep analysis on all those aspects. I think Salaf has joined back. Salaf, am I audible? Uh, Salaf, I think you are not audible. You are visible but not audible. Let's wait for a minute or two. I think Salaf will rejoin. We have a chat, a comment on in the chat box. Can we talk about why finger spinners, especially off spinners, have become obsolete? Sure, sure. We will discuss that. Uh, we're still waiting for Salaf to uh, rejoin. Uh, the other guy's camera quality is costing a lot. Yeah, I think some network issue is there on Salaf's side. He will join back. I think he has joined back again.
Yeah, am
Uh,
I audible?
yeah, you are, you are.
Yeah. So just a second. It's a high technical glitches. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
I think am I audible?
yeah, you are audible,
Okay.
but your video is stuck. Now you're visible. Now you're visible. Yeah, yeah. So we were discussing
Yeah.
GT's issues, so
Okay.
we can continue from that.
Yeah.
I
So
have given the
like
viewers I mean, what's in store. So what we will discuss in today's live. So you can
Mhm,
continue
mhm.
from where you stopped about
Yeah.
GT's
So
issues.
so what I noticed yesterday, number one issue that we have already discussed is their middle order batting, especially after Josh Butler got dismissed yesterday. I think the firepower, there was a clear difference between the firepower of GT and RCB. Look, like there is no comparison also. Now,
Mm,
because RCB's core firepower starts from the middle order. If we just
mm,
look at the middle order batting that they have, along with Patidar, David, Shepard, and Krunal Pandya. So even yesterday, Krunal Pandya also was playing. Jitesh. So all the batsmen, they are like they are proper power hitters,
mm,
and in that phase when JT is trying to adjust Washington Sundar, because right now it's very much visible that they are trying to adjust Washington Sundar,
mm,
and clearly it was visible that GT missed out on at least 10-15, because runs got dried up in that phase, and we could very clearly see that 15 to 20 runs GT were short of to defend when they close to their innings. In their bowling, what I could notice, I was mentioning that before, like this technical glitch happened. Somehow or the other, GT is not trying anything. When you can see that you are getting hit, and so basically, what GT followed yesterday, they didn't go for Manav Sutar because he's a
Mm,
left arm spinner, and they are having Padikkal with the prime form. So they were not going for with Manav Sutar. Along with that, they are not going with Washington Sundar also
mm,
because Washington Sundar is an off spinner and Virat Kohli is playing. Now, this cannot happen. This is not scientific. So because now in the entire bowling lineup of yours, you are just ignoring two bowlers from your armor, and because of the fact that a left hand right hand combination is playing, you can neither use your left arm spinner or nor use your off spinner. Use at least one, because bring something new to the table, because then you are absolutely trusting on Rashid and Prasid, and you are following with the assumption that none of us, like none of them will be hit for fun. And yesterday,
mm,
exactly that happened, because Rashid also was getting serious treatment from the batsman. Yesterday, uh, like in the beginning only, he looked very lackluster. He gave Kohli a rank, rank long hop, and
mm,
Kohli just very easily he put that out of the ground. Otherwise, if Rashid could bring his normal length in which he becomes defensive and he can pick up wickets, then I think Kohli could have been, Kohli could have been a little bit exposed in yesterday's game, because Kohli, we generally know that he has a problem in reading the leg spinner when they are bowling length and a little back of a length balls. Similar thing with Devdutt Padikkal. Like if he could receive Devdutt Padikkal with a back of a length ball, then why he was pulling Padikkal too full?
yeah.
So and Prasid right from the last game is not becoming the Gujarat's Prasid anymore. He
Mm,
has become the India's Prasid,
mm,
who just goes for runs. And clearly it was visible that Gujarat is now losing, and they are finally getting back to their defensive options and bringing
mm,
Siraj and Rabada back in the middle overs, who are generally not your best middle over bowlers. You
mm,
would have to bring Manav Sutar. If not Manav Sutar, you could have at least brought Washington Sundar. At least in the power play, Washington Sundar could have been used
mm,
as a containing bowler, but Gujarat did nothing. This is something that I have noticed multiple times, that Shubman Gill cannot use spinners. He has a serious what should
mm,
I say? He has a he gets stuck with his plans. Like I think he's
mm,
not a flexible captain who can have different ideas within the game, and he will have to develop those skills. Even when he has captain for India also in Test matches, this has been my observation, that he
yeah.
becomes sometimes very, very predictable as captain.
In that sense, he's exact opposite of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Dhoni used to
Absolutely, absolutely,
use his
absolutely.
spinners very well. So, and that was the biggest one of the biggest reasons behind CSK's success over say 8 to 10 years. So they could do that
Forget
because
about Dhoni. I think Rohit
yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
was a very good captain with the spinners. Even Kohli was
Mm.
a very good captain
Kohli
with
was
the
a
spinners.
yeah, yeah. Kohli
And
was a
I
brilliant bowling team's captain, but he was also good with
also good with the
spinners.
spinners.
Hmm. Yeah.
Somehow Shubman Gill, I don't know. Well, somehow Shubman Gill doesn't know the usage of the spinners well. Somehow I have a strong feeling that I think the modern day the level of using spinners in the modern day cricket was first shown by Saurav Ganguly, and
Hmm.
after that, I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he just continued that and he magnified that entire strategy of using spinners. But other than these two, even Rohit and Kohli were also not bad. But
Yeah.
Shubman Gill somehow, even for GT also, I have seen like Sai Kishore, they are not using. Even in the last season,
Hmm.
they underutilized Sai Kishore.
Hmm.
I don't know what they are doing. So it's a little bit of a mystery for me as well.
Hmm. All right. I think let's discuss a bit about Sai Sudarshan and Padikkal. I was when you were facing the technical glitch. I was discussing about Sai Sudarshan, and one
Mm,
interesting and very important fact is he is now. One of he's the fastest player to 2000
mm,
IPL runs, breaking Chris Gale's record. So I think as I was telling the viewers that this is not a small milestone, and so let's discuss is Sai Sudarshan, and we will bring in Padikkal also into this discussion that they, are they becoming the most technically complete Indian T20 batters
mm,
of the next generation? Because they are playing all the good shots, proper shots,
mm,
and
mm,
also are very impactful and effective. Uh, uh,
mm,
Gill's last season was Gill's 23 season was like that. He
mm,
played proper cricket shots and scored loads of runs for GT that season.
mm,
This season and last season also, we are seeing Padikkal and Sai Sudarshan. These two batters are really impactful. Sai Sudarshan started a bit slowly this season, but he has now come back to his own self. He has
mm,
come back to form. So let's discuss why these two batters are so impactful, and they played really well. I was discussing the fact that when you play in a, ground like Chinnaswamy, there is that temptation that the moment you
mm,
look at smaller boundaries, Chinnaswamy as a ground uh, has a particular kind of reputation that it's a high scoring ground that can tempt or that can push a batter to play his shots recklessly. But these two batters actually rotated strikes and picked right bowlers and played their shots. That's the trademark of both these batters yesterday. So let's deep dive into their batting and the way they created lot of impacts, because the innings that Sai Sudarshan played, that was a match winning innings. Their bowlers ruined
mm,
the match for them. Otherwise, 210 odd runs is a good competitive score or target. But if say Rashid and Prasidh Krishna could have bowled a bit better than what how they bowled, GT could have made a match out of yesterday's game. So let's talk about these two batters and dissect their batting, why they are now becoming so successful, especially last 2 years.
Yeah. So So not only the bowlers were responsible. I think even because of that middle order batting also, GT was short of 10,
Hmm.
15, at least
Hmm.
15 runs for me.
Hmm.
So and on this ground of Chinnaswamy with the batting depth that RCB has, you need at least 220, 225 to
Hmm.
defend RCB. Even if the
No, nobody
surface is a
played.
little bit too paced.
Yeah, nobody played
Uh,
around Sudarshan.
uh,
That was the issue. Sudarshan
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
playing
So
his
that was
innings,
an
but
issue. Hmm.
nobody played that cameo. So GT needed a
Cameo, right,
cameo
right.
from one of their middle order batters. That didn't happen. Yeah.
Hmm, hmm. I think the way Sudarshan batted yesterday, he it was necessary for him. He was not finding his form,
Hmm.
and some
Hmm.
of the shots were really good. He actually dominated the power play, and
Hmm.
I think by the at the end of fourth or fifth over, Gill hardly faced five balls. So
Hmm.
Gill was not getting any ball. Like almost the power play was done, and Gill hardly faced deliveries.
Hmm.
And it was all Sai Sudharshan in the power play. What
Hmm.
I could feel is uh, still he could have been a little bit more destructive inside the power play, but that also Hazelwood was brilliant in one over, and I think the kind of initial bowling that RCB has is really strong. Sudarshan handled Krunal Pandya really well yesterday.
Hmm.
So I could very well remember that one short ball which is coming like that the bouncer that Krunal Pandya brings. He just played that ramp shot and it went for an over boundary.
Hmm.
So that was a shot that Sai Sudarshan could generate yesterday. Some
Hmm.
of his shots were really good, and I will rate Padikkal's innings a little higher than Sudarshan's because of
Hmm.
the fact that Sudarshan, it was clearly visible that Sudarshan is trying to find his form back, and in the
Hmm.
process, he's just making sure that without also there is a fear factor that they are not having the batting lineup which RCB has. So he cannot afford to play fancy shots and give away his wicket, which you rightly mentioned that the temptation is so high on a short ground like Chinnaswamy. And because of that, and maybe because of the fact that RCB has such a brilliant batting lineup, Padikkal played his shots more fluently and he was looking even more destructive than and also impactful in his shorter stay. Um, so far as Indian team is concerned, I am not seeing like it's too early to place both of them in the current set of things because if you just look at the kind of top order batting that we are having,
Yeah.
already we have Abhishek, Sanju, and Ishan Kishan. All three
Hmm.
of them are scoring runs like fun. Like
Yeah.
if you mention about size 100, then both Abhishek and Sanju Samson have scored 100 in this
Hmm.
week only.
Hmm.
So Sanju has scored 200s in the same season, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
Abhishek Sharma has got his century. I think
Hmm.
the kind of game that India's top order, right, and who doesn't know that we are still having Yashasvi Jaiswal, we are still having
Upping
Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
Vaibhav
Are we going
Suryavanshi.
to place him? Are we going
Hmm.
to place him into the set of
Pri-
things very
Pri-
soon?
yeah. Yeah. Priyansh is there. Prab Simran is there.
Priyansh, definitely.
Hmm.
Priyansh is there. Prabsimran is there.
Hmm.
So, if I'm comparing the firepower that right now India has in top order, especially when it comes to maximizing power play,
Ishan Kishan is also there. So there are too many
Ishan Kishan
batters
is already there. So, Ishan Kishan
there.
has cemented his place
His
for the
place.
time being. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't find Ishan Kishan going anywhere
Hmm.
in the current set of
Hmm.
things.
All
But
the
along
I
with
think
that,
the top three is well settled. If we look at Indian
and
team,
even
the top three is well
and even the
settled now.
bench of even the bench of top three also is well settled. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
considering the bench of top three, the
yeah.
ones who are not getting chance, now
Mm,
take the name like
mm,
Yashasvi, Vaibhav Suryavanshi,
yeah.
then Priyansh, Prabsimran, like uh, the list is huge, and
Mm,
and that in such circumstances, that probability that Sai Sudarshan or Devdutt Padikkal they will surpass all these players and get any
mm,
position in the
mm,
Indian T20 setup
mm,
is a little bit, that
yeah.
probability is little bit slim. Even like where we will place them, like
Mm.
I'm not seeing them
I,
in any other
I,
format also. Maybe
I think I think
maybe
this
even
can
in
be,
tests,
yeah.
maybe even in
I
tests, Padikkal can be given a few chances, but
Yeah, yeah.
not
Yeah,
any
I
other
think
format.
this can be the way now most of the batters are adapting to modern T20 cricket. If they can draw a balance between their technical prowess and their big hitting prowess, that can help them in becoming better one day batter or test cricket batter also, because test cricket has
One day
also
batter definitely,
yeah.
one day batter
So
definitely,
why,
but
why I'm why
uh,
I'm
the
saying Test cricket also, because now if you look at most of the teams, the Test cricket format, and we will have a different discussion later in one of our
hmm,
videos. The Test cricket, as for me, Test cricket has also shifted a bit from the Dravid and many Hasim
absolutely,
Amla
absolutely, absolutely.
and that era, and there now we need combination of solid defensive technique, and proper big
Stroke playing,
hitting stroke playing.
stroke
uh,
playing, stroke playing.
yeah, so
So
we
yeah, yeah,
need combination of these two, and we in India, and again this we can discuss in another video, that we also need a group of batters who are very good at playing spin bowling, that we need
exact,
uh,
exact.
for test
That
cricket.
is
So we will discuss that,
definitely,
but
definitely.
it's a good sign to have, say, batters like Sai Sudarshan and Padikkal playing such innings and creating impacts for their franchises. So that's I think good to see, and we can slot in Kohli in that group also. The way Kohli has done everything that is possible for a batter or for a professional cricketer to do, but he has now added a lot of elements to his game to remain relevant in modern
100%.
T20 cricket setup, which is brilliant to see, and even in at this age, and at
No, no.
this
So
stage of
like you
his
cannot
career. Yeah,
even yesterday's innings was flawless. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
even after like the only mistake that he committed was in the first ball,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
after that there was no looking back. So after that,
Yes.
whatever he has shown, if you just
Hmm.
look at the shots that he played, like I was
Yeah.
mentioning about the way some of the shots came against Rabada, and that too when
Hmm.
Rabada is clicking 150s,
Yeah.
and was not even given like any type of respect, and
Hmm.
like the way he like walks into the crease and he hits those
Yeah.
balls, and even like the kind of timing that he generates even after walking into the crease, it still
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
that the level that he still possesses and the class that he still possesses. Like
Hmm.
again, orange cap holder. Like what we can
Hmm.
say, like the numbers are good enough to speak about him. So
Hmm.
no comparison.
Hmm. Uh,
You can
let
have only one Kohli in for an entire generation. You can have only
Yeah,
one
yeah,
Kohli.
yeah, yeah.
So when we will have to discuss Kohli, we will have to forget about other batters.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, let's take Kohli's batting as a segue into RCB's batting, and the way RCB is now becoming very dangerous, because and I think this is what is the biggest takeaways from last few matches? The RCB are slowly looking like a team that can win in multiple ways and that can win matches from different situations. For example, if even if say Kohli uh, gets out, or say Salt is not available, Bethel is there and Bethel is getting out, then there are batters who can take the innings forward. Uh, Padikkal can counter punch. Patidar can change momentum in 10 balls. So the middle
Definitely.
order is contributing, and Kohli himself is evolving tactically, and we talked about that, and the way he's adapting to the game, and if you uh, bring all these together, then this is a very dangerous combination that RCB is having, and I think this is why RCB are slowly entering the serious contender category again, because when they started this year's campaign, they were looking a bit off track, but they now steadied their ship perfectly, and they are becoming adaptable. Even if say some of their batters are off form, for example, their lower middle order batters are not firing the way they wanted this year's IPL, but still as a batting unit they are firing, and that's what is creating a lot of impact, and that's what is making them one of the top contenders now, because some of the big teams, some of the key teams are not performing that well. That is also helping RCB to become one of the top contenders. So let's talk about RCB's batting a bit, and also their bowling, their whole unit, and what's in store for them, their upcoming matches, what will happen in their campaign, a bit
Mm.
deep analysis of their campaign till now, and what's in store for them.
Yeah, so if I'm considering RCB, batting is not a thing that will concern
Hmm.
them. But again, uh, yeah, Jitesh has not yet found his form, but
Hmm.
it's okay. Even without Jitesh finding his form, their batting unit is not failing. Bowling unit a little bit, yeah, fine, but like still they have given 200 plus runs. Though okay, fine. John Chinnaswamy, your bowling lineup can go for 200 plus.
Hmm.
As of now, what I could see is, yeah, Josh Hazlewood and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, they are fine. Rasik Salamdar's fitness is becoming an issue now. So
Hmm. Hmm.
every day he is he's having cramps and all, or some sort of the other injuries are happening, and because of that, you will have to figure out that anytime Rasik Salam Dar he can go off the field, and at
Hmm.
that position, RCB is becoming a little, vulnerable because the sixth bowling option, Romario Shepherd is not a sixth bowling option because
Hmm.
yesterday also he gave away 17 runs in the only over that he bowled.
Hmm.
And because of Rasik Salam's, since he went away in the last over, Krunal had to come up and bowl the last over, and he went for runs. He is
Hmm.
like last over, you cannot go for Krunal because definitely he would have gone for runs, especially when you have a batsman like Jason Holder with the kind of height that he has. Even if
Hmm.
Krunal Pandya is bowling those wide Yorkers or bowling those wider deliveries, he will, with the long reach that Holder has, he will easily be able to put them out of the ground.
Hmm.
So definitely Rasik Salamdar was required for that last one over, but that also cost RCB a few runs. But apart from these, I don't find RCB. They're going in a right direction, and
Hmm.
the way they have managed this first 7 matches, If they can hold on to their form like this, I think they are not going to have a lot of problems.
Hmm.
Uh, they can hold back. Only thing is the like the grounds will be different now. They will not
Hmm.
play Chinnaswamy. They will be playing in Raipur. And Raipur game, how Raipur behaves for RCB is a different thing.
Hmm.
Also, another factor is as matches will be more played, they will be playing on more abrasive pitches, more used pitches.
Hmm.
How they manage those games, that also will be interesting to watch.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times this has happened that in the first seven matches, a team has looked so perfect, and in the last seven matches, that team looked entirely different, and they just lost the track, and finally they could not uh, reach the playoffs. This has happened in the IPL so many times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise RCB is looking absolutely fine.
Hmm.
GT will have to answer a lot of questions because first
Hmm.
seven matches,
Hmm.
especially the last two matches, they
Hmm.
haven't gone GT's way.
Hmm.
And clearly, it is visible that the formula that GT is playing with, that needs to be revamped. So they need to do something with the middle order,
Hmm.
batting especially,
Hmm.
and their bowling plans need to be changed. So
Hmm.
you cannot follow a single template and become predictable in your approach. Once you become
Hmm.
predictable, then on these present day of T20 cricket, even like no matter how good your bowling unit is, if you become predictable and if you do not have the uh, plans properly lined up one after the other, then it
Hmm.
becomes very different, or it becomes difficult for you to sustain in the
Hmm.
long run. And we could
Hmm.
clearly see that because even in the Mumbai match also, like once Tilak Verma was, he played Rashid tactically, then he
Hmm.
knew that he is not going to face any sort of difficulty, and he just took on Ashok Sharma and Prasidh Krishna, and we
Hmm.
could see the level of his, in the first 22 balls he scored only 19, and in the last 24 balls, I think he scored around 82 runs, 82, 83
Yeah.
runs, and that changed the picture completely. So
Hmm.
picture can be changed in so short of a time because the way Tilak Verma changed the picture in that match,
Hmm.
it can. So if you become predictable, your opposition just needs 4 or 5 overs to come back, to make a comeback in the match and just take the game away from you. It can happen
Yeah.
in that short span.
Hmm.
So they will have to think a little bit different now. And this is not a
Hmm.
solution that you are not giving Sundar the ball because a right-hander is playing, and also you are not giving Manav Sutar the ball because lefty is playing. So
Hmm.
then you are becoming absolutely a pace-heavy bowling lineup. So
Hmm.
though they were following that template all this time because they were going with four pacers,
Hmm.
but won't that be too predictable also? So that is the question.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. Before moving to the other matches, we have an interesting comment in the chat box. So the comment is, can we talk about why finger spinners, especially off spinners, have become
Hmm.
obsolete? Uh, so we can discuss that. Why finger spinners,
Uh,
especially off spinners, are not so effective nowadays? Or is that a perception issue, or is that really that is the case? Let's have a discussion on that. And in that discussion,
uh,
we can discuss the
so depends on the
matchups and everything
uh,
that is contributing to that.
yeah. So depends on the format.
Hmm.
So what happens is in Test cricket, definitely the off spinners are still relevant. So we can
Yeah.
very well see
Yeah.
that in the last few games also, in the last South Africa series, which
Hmm.
India just
Hmm.
lost, like what should we say? Like not, no words are enough to describe
Hmm.
that sort of humiliating defeat against South Africa. The
Hmm.
man who just took the game away was Simon Harmer. He's an offie,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and like they are very much relevant in the Test cricket.
Hmm.
Now, we are not having a cunning off spinner bowler like Ashwin. So,
Ashwin.
for
Hmm.
me, even today, had Ashwin played, so for that matter, the finger spinners in general are losing a little bit of or going for runs also. If you look at
Hmm.
even the mystery spinners also, they are also going for runs. Yesterday, forget about off spinner, Rashid Khan went for runs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
spinners will go for runs, but the thing is, the
Hmm.
captains are becoming reluctant, and
Yeah.
because of these matchup factors, what is
Hmm.
happening is they are going so predictable direction. Like
Hmm.
it's not the fault of the spinners. Maybe
Yeah.
like they are so occupied with the matchup thing. Like the we were discussing against. Um, uh, so let's make this topic a little bit broader in terms
Hmm.
of finger spinners. If we look at the KKR versus Rajasthan game, which KKR
Hmm.
won,
Hmm.
that both the teams committed a mistake by not bowling their finger
Yeah.
spinners.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anukul was absolutely not used by the
Hmm.
KKR brigade because there were too many left-handers, Yashas
Hmm.
Vaibhav, then Hitmayer, and he was not brought up like at all.
Hmm.
And in the later part, when we saw that Jadeja was bowling so brilliantly, he was looking so unplayable like all the
Yeah.
time. And he, like, if you just say this thing that left arm orthodox spinners will not be effective against the left-handed batsman,
Hmm.
then the chance that was created by Rinku, it came against
Hmm.
Jadeja only.
Yeah.
Not only
Yeah.
he picked up the couple of wickets, the chance
Hmm.
that the catch drop happened against Jadeja's bowling.
Hmm.
So Jadeja was looking ominous, and definitely it was a very difficult match for Rinku till then. And
Hmm.
then, just because of the fact that Rinku and Anukul both are left-handers, he is not brought up. In the
Hmm.
last match against LSG,
Hmm.
Jadeja was the difference. I think
Yeah.
Jadeja became the man of the match also in that game.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
way he bowled, and
Hmm.
also he contributed with the bat.
Hmm. And
They are
what just want to add one point here. So what these captains are not realizing, the batters target few bowlers, and the batters are a bit cautious against the main bowlers. So for example, they will not try to take Sunil Narayan down, because they know that they can,
yeah,
even
yeah,
if they can score 24 or 30 runs out of Sunil Narayan's 4 overs and keep him wicketless, that's a win for the opponent. But
definitely,
yeah, the bowlers they will target, they will, these those bowlers will give you wickets also, because that's where
definitely,
the chances of getting wicket is there. That's why Prasidh Krishna gets so many wickets, because most of the opponent teams, they think Prasidh Krishna is the weak link and we can take him down, and
we
in
can
that
take it.
process sometimes he gets loads of wickets, and that's why if you even look at the purple cap list, most of the even if we look at the history of IPL, we can do a deep analysis into this, that how many of the key bowlers, for example Sunil Narayan, has actually got to the purple cap. Why these bowlers actually don't get the purple cap? Because the opponents, they are very cautious against them. They are champion
Absolutely,
bowlers. Why?
absolutely.
Even if the batters are very cautious and then they're playing their best shot, and they're playing their most the less risky shots, still they are getting out. So that's the beauty of these bowlers. So there we need
100%, 100%.
uh,
So
there
just
we
look at
need
the
there you have
bowlers.
to take the
The,
matchup thing out of your mind, that uh,
uh-huh.
you go for those bowlers. Even if they try to take them down, you will get wickets, and you need wickets in middle overs and throughout the match. That's how you win matches. Even if
I
those
think
bowlers
there
go
is
for runs, they can give you wickets. So that's the
there is a
thing.
good analogy. There is a good analogy that we can use here. Like because of the emergence of AI, whenever we are looking at any creative work, because of the
Hmm.
fact that AI has come, now people are losing using lesser creative, lesser creative sense as compared to previous days. Now the fact,
Yeah,
because of so much of analytics and everything,
yeah.
matchups and all these stats and everything, like the captains are also losing their intuitive skills. This is
Hmm.
something which I also feel like,
They're
for
becoming more
them it is
robotic. Becoming more robotic. Not they're not
more
using their
robotic, more robotic.
uh, so, yeah.
More robotic. So I think the way even a few days back Dhoni used off spinners like Ashwin,
Hmm.
or maybe a left arm spinner like Jadeja.
Hmm.
CSK was almost looking unplayable in their home turfs. So
Hmm.
I don't think they have lost their relevance. Yes, there is a risk of getting hit for runs more.
Hmm.
Definitely, the spinners, for that matter, like
Hmm.
mystery spinners like Varun Chakravarti are not safe anymore.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
no bowler is safe today, because the kind of
Hmm.
hitting that is happening, no bowler is safe. But you will have to take your chances. Like if you are
Uh, uh,
not taking your chances, yesterday I
hmm.
clearly feel that GT missed the trick by not bowling either of Sundar or Manav Sudhar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and relying too much on matchups is very detrimental to what the teams are trying to do. Why? Because I can give you two examples from two matches. One example you already gave, that rather than using Anukul and Jadeja,
Yeah, yeah.
Riyan Parag brought himself to the attack. I remember one another match where uh, Akshar Patel gave the ball to Nitish Rana rather than bringing himself or Kuldeep to the attack. And
Because Abhishek
I will
Sharma, because Abhishek Sharma was
Abhishek
playing.
Sharma.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That was a blunder
you have
move.
to blunder more. So you have to think about who can be more effective, who is more skillful. You do not go for matchups. You look at who is more skilled, and go for him. If you so consider all the bowlers as bowlers. Okay, they have to bowl against right-handers and left-handers, irrespective of the batters are uh, right-hander or left-hander. You go with your plans. You do not think about matchups. Should be about who has the most uh, uh, probability, the more probability of getting someone out than other bowlers. For example,
100%.
if you
100%.
think about Sunil Naran, he can get Rohit Sharma out. So that's the matchup we are talking about. But matchup should not be about right-hander is batting, so we can't have a offie and off spinner who is a very
So
skilled bowler.
just look at the factor, like how time flies and we forget about a few things which happened a few days back only.
Hmm,
Um, in the World T20, as Indian fans, we were scared about off spinners in
hmm,
the other teams, because of the fact that Abhishek Sharma will be, exposed in front of an off spinner and he will get out. That was becoming a template, because of which Akshar also brought Nitish Rana in the very initial over. So just look at the like Salman Ali Agha, then that
Hmm.
bowler from Netherlands, Aryan, I think was his name.
Hmm. Yeah.
Then take the name Aiden Markram.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the off spinners started. Even Will Jacks, a bowler
Yes.
who Saim Ayub, like all the
Hmm.
bowlers that Will Jacks, I think was one of the best bowlers in the entire tournament from the
Yeah.
spinners,
One of the
and will
contenders for the player of the
player of the
tournament.
tournament also. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So
Hmm.
even Will Jacks played so brilliantly. So mm, just
Hmm.
and cut to this time, and we are like this. We are thinking about whether off spinners are becoming irrelevant or not. This is absolutely happening because of the fact that captains are so like IPL captains are like with all due respect, the captains that are who have been made captains, only two or three of them have that captaincy medal.
Hmm.
Otherwise, rest are very ordinary,
Hmm.
must say. So
Yeah.
mostly the
So
management is run by the I think the mentors or those
yeah.
managers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, let's look at the other matches, and let's start with the match between Gujarat Titans and Mumbai Indians. On paper, Mumbai Indians won this game by 99 runs, but the interesting part is that for a large part of the first innings, this did not look like a 99 run win at all. GT won the toss, put MI in, and Kagiso Rabada immediately created chaos. He removed key wickets early, including Sky and MI were under serious pressure inside the power play. But then came Tilak Verma and Tilak Verma and Namandir, I think, rebuilt the innings, and this is where the game changed. Tilak Verma did not just play a good innings; he played the kind of innings that changes the mood of a dressing room. He totally changed the color of the match. He scored 101 not out from 45 balls with 8 fours and 7 sixes. Again, 101 not out from 45 balls will not give you the whole context. You have to look at Tilak's innings in two parts. The first part was rebuilding the innings, the other part was destroying the opposition. So that's how he played his innings, and I think that was one of the most destructive and brilliant and also interesting innings to watch. That was something. If any of you has missed the innings, please go and watch the highlights. That's something to watch, and look at how he changed gears after the rebuilding, the initial rotating of strikes and everything that he did with Namandir, and then how he changed gears. Uh, so look at the rebuilding part and demolition part, that you must watch. Uh, I think Ami really bowled well to again seal the match for them, and uh, they dominated from uh, Tilak's innings to the end of the match. Let's talk about this match and how Ashwini took uh, 4 wickets for 24, and what is interesting is Ashwini took 4 wickets before also, and exactly for 24 runs last time.
Yeah,
So that
against KKR.
Ashwini against KKR. Santner gave control to their bowling side and took 2 for 16. GT bowled out for 100 in
100.
15.5 overs. So let's talk about this match, about MI's revival, about the individual brilliance from Tilak, and how this individual brilliance covered the deeper problems that MI had, and that became evident in one of the subsequent matches for MI. Uh, uh, and we will also discuss about GT. We already discussed about GT little before, and we will discuss them again a bit more related to this match, and then we will move to SRH versus DC match.
Yeah, so I think like the way Tilak Verma unleashed himself in that match, I think that's the main story if I'm considering that match.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the pitch, it was a like MI in Ahmedabad is never a very good love story. So MI has already uh, played in a very hostile scenarios so far as Ahmedabad ground is concerned. It was a black soil wicket again where run scoring would not be so easy. MI was also suffering from lack of the spinner powers, like which and also the initial movement that Rabada got. He was clicking 150s for fun. We could still see that yesterday, mostly, and the way Rabada unleashed himself in the inside the power play. 3 wickets were down. That ball, which dismissed Sky, I think that was one of the most unplayable deliveries in this IPL. Anybody could have been dismissed in that with that ball, 152 kilometers. And but what interested me is after that, when Tilak was playing, Tilak was mostly like getting himself settled inside that spinning setup, especially
Hmm.
when Rashid and later on when Rabada was finishing his spell up. He was just playing the waiting game, and
Hmm.
after that, it was known to Mumbai that if they could manage at least 160, 170 on this ground, it would be a difficult and tricky chase for Gujarat. And because of that brilliant finishing, the kind of Tilak that was unleashed after that initial 22 balls, of which he scored 19 runs. And then the later half of that 24 odd balls in which he scored around 83 runs. It was reminding me of one of the innings that was played by Suresh Raina back in 2014 against
Yeah,
CSK.
CSK. Hmm.
And but it is more dangerous than that because Raina played that inside the power play.
Hmm.
In this case, he was playing it outside the power play in the middle and death overs, and the level of hitting that happened against
Hmm.
Ashok and Prasid mostly. I
Hmm.
think there was nothing left for Gujarat, and once that score was there, I think
Hmm.
clearly MI was 20 to 30 runs above par, and
Hmm.
uh, like we could very well see that the kind of batting unit that GT is right now without the top three firing, this is never going to be possible for GT to
Hmm.
get to any competitive score.
Hmm.
And I think GT's batting was nothing to be talked about. I think we have covered almost every aspect. In fact,
Yeah,
GT
yeah.
improved their batting in the last game,
Hmm.
but GT needs to mend their or get a repairing done in their middle order batting. Otherwise, they will clearly face difficulties in the upcoming
Hmm.
days.
Hmm.
And on the top of that, if like the bowling that MI performed in that match, which again they forgot in the next
Hmm.
match. But we are coming to
Hmm.
that match later. But
Yeah.
the kind of
Hmm.
Especially the bowler who is impressing me every match is Gazanfar. I
Gazan.
think he is one of those bowlers who is looking pitch perfect
Hmm.
every game. I think he is creating opportunities whenever he is given a ball,
Hmm.
and he is looking priceless. Ashwini
Hmm.
definitely is he, he is a proper wicket taker, and he's a very useful bowler in the middle overs because the kind of angle that he brings with his
Yeah.
left
And
arm
the length he
lengths,
executes
and
ball.
his
Hmm.
lengths are absolutely spot on. He hardly goes out of his lengths, and like
Hmm.
last season also he impressed in one match, but later
Hmm.
on he was looking ordinary. But this time in the both the matches, he is one such bowler that I have noticed that he did not miss out on his lengths.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also Bumrah finally came into the setup of wickets and everything. Everything went right for Mumbai in that match, and
Hmm.
the match that followed through, that was a different story for Mumbai. I think whatever good happened
Hmm.
in that one match, I think that was absolutely neutralized in the match against CSK.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost a similar match. So if we just wrap up CSK's match also along with that, then we can, it's a
Yeah.
like then you can also share your inputs. Like, see,
Yeah.
the wickets were kind of similar because even
Hmm.
that Wankhede pitch in which CSK's match was being played, that was also not a. It was a tricky pitch to bat on. Especially, it was having
Hmm.
so much of things for the spinners.
Hmm.
Like it was like after a long time, after that KKR match, I think the best
Hmm.
match for the spinners was this CSK match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in that match also, it was a one-man show for CSK, just
Yeah.
like it was a
Sanju
one-man show
Hmm.
in the batting. So
Yeah.
just like it was a one-man show in the MI batting last days. So in
Hmm.
this case, Sanju, and the innings that Sanju played on that day, it actually
Hmm.
shows what Sanju is made of.
Yeah.
Like, like he can play innings like these
Hmm.
man, like a pitch where batting is not easy at all. Like
Hmm.
it's very difficult to bat on, and finally getting to score of 200 plus,
Hmm.
and that too based on only one man. So he was just having cameos around him. Like
Hmm.
there was almost nothing happening other than Sanju
Hmm.
Samson, because Rituraj is absolutely out of form. I think
Hmm.
he is not, and it's one of the major concerns for CSK.
Hmm.
In the one down, they were not having Ayush Matre anymore. Only
Yeah.
so Sarfaraz had come, and he played a cameo, and again he got out. Dubé
Hmm.
looked very Dubé was not being able to find his form in that setup.
Hmm.
Somehow his IPL is also not going as it was expected.
Hmm.
And Bravis, he also stayed on the crease for a very short period of time.
Hmm.
Even he
Hmm.
also could not stay
Hmm.
with Sanju for
Hmm.
to give him a proper support. Karthik
Hmm.
Sharma tried a little. He looked a little bit, and especially if you remember, Karthik Sharma hit two sixes of Mitch Santner's bowling, which
Yeah.
actually impressed me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these glimpses actually they indicate why CSK was so crazy behind this one
Hmm.
guy, because
Hmm.
Mitchell Santner, the kind of bowler or the caliber of bowler that he is, hitting him those sixes over extra cover on the
Hmm.
offside is not easy.
Hmm. Yeah. mm,
It requires brilliant timing, and along with that, it also it is something that batsmen of high caliber they fancy.
yeah. So hand-eye coordination,
Hand eye
footwork,
coordination, everything.
everything was on
And
point.
also on a
Mm.
on a pitch which has got so much of so much help for the spinners. It's a not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
it's not a builder
Typical
of a
Wankhede
track.
pitch. Yeah, it was
No,
not
no,
a
not it was
typical
not a
Wankhede
typical.
pitch. Mm,
So the ball was doing its part. Mitchell Santner
mm,
also picked up wickets, like he dismissed Surfer, like he completely bamboozled Surfaraz before that.
mm,
So, uh, like if we are talking about matchups, then left arm spinner against right-hander batsman, everything was fine. Like, and still he could hit two sixes
mm,
over extra
mm,
cover of Mitchell Santner. It actually speaks volumes about
mm, mm.
what he can do.
Yeah,
But yeah, but if I get back to Sanju, which I think
yeah.
he deserves a discussion in this case.
Mm,
Uh, like the way he started in the
mm,
power play, there was in the power play from the power play itself, he made the foundation that I am going to go for
mm,
runs because this
mm,
is the best time when I can score. And
mm,
this is the level of game awareness and the pitch reading that Sanju can
mm,
do.
mm.
And I think how much they scored 70 plus runs inside the power play in that match around
Yeah. Mm.
if
Yeah.
I'm not forgetting, I think yeah,
Yeah.
definitely 70
Uh,
7
70 odd
72
runs.
around.
So
Ha ha ha.
72.
Because
Yeah.
Sarfaraz also played the cameo in that phase
Mm,
only.
mm,
So brilliant usage of power play. I think
mm,
there is a
mm,
and even in the later stage also the he played some of the shots.
mm,
We know that those stand and deliver shots that he
mm,
plays, and
mm,
also when he stands so behind the crease, he
mm,
can he can actually play with the lengths of the bowlers. If you have noticed
mm,
that, because of the fact that he stands so behind the crease, that
mm,
even the fuller length deliveries become slot balls for him.
mm,
The length ball deliveries become short balls for him. So
mm,
he can actually ruin a bowler's
mm,
length a little bit because of his stance and because of the position
mm,
in which he stands. Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
So,
So clinical
wh-
innings and
yeah.
hmm.
So post
Yeah,
post
yes.
during T20 World Cup and post T20 World Cup, we discussed a fair bit about Sanju, and
Sanju
that time what we were discussing that this is Sanju Samson 2.0, that
2.0.
he's not just he's extremely talented, and for ages we are hearing and discussing about Sanju, saying that he is very talented. But when we look at the two centuries in this year's IPL, you can see that Sanju is now almost playing like the leader of the team, or the
Exactly.
skipper, even if he is
Taking
the captain,
responsibilities.
taking
Taking responsibilities.
responsibility.
Yeah.
He is
Hands
staying
down.
back, he is taking and absorbing the pressure, he is remaining not
Hands down.
out, taking his team to a position that will help them in winning the matches. He So when we discuss this match innings in at Wankade's pitch was behaving really real odd. So we were not expecting a pitch like that from Wankhede, but this year we are seeing such pitches from in Wankhede. But we actually, after first few games, we discuss that MI should not go for batting friendly pitch. They should have something for the bowler. That this time they had something for the bowler. But the way Sanju shifted from being a talented player to a situation player who can actually read situation, who can actually read the pitch, who absorb the wobble or the downfall that the team had initially. The way he accelerated late and played that waiting game, the way he finished unbeaten,
Definitely.
the way he showed maturity, we can now say that Sanju has not only arrived, Sanju is here to stay for a long period of time now, but
Yes, yes,
because
yes,
he
yes.
has got into that controlled rhythm, and he is playing such innings again and again. Scoring centuries for fun is not something we should take lightly. We can now see that he has solidified his game, and he's continuing
Hmm.
with that game. We can't expect centuries each game, but
No, no.
but the
If
way
just
way
not about
the
centuries,
way he's playing,
not
the
about
way he's
centuries.
playing,
Uh,
yeah. So the way he's taking
so
responsibilities, as you mentioned, that is the
yeah,
trademark
yeah.
of Sanju 2.0 now,
That's
I think.
that's more important. So if you just look at the World T20 Sanju that we saw, like three back-to-back match-winning innings without a century,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
we all were discussing that like how ironical that he could have scored a century in any of the three games, but he
Mm,
chose not to. He just
mm,
chose to win the game for the team. And
mm,
if I just look at till now, whatever Sanju has done in this IPL,
mm,
especially the last match's century was so special because of the fact that it was not a easy track to bat on, and we could
mm.
very clearly see that when CSK came to bowl with the
Yeah.
proper plans that they were having
Mm,
against the MI batters,
mm,
they just unleashed their Akil Hussain, the way they used Akil Hussain in that match. We could
mm.
see that it was not like MI batsmen were found, they were finding themselves nowhere. So
Yeah.
absolutely clueless about whatever was happening, and I don't think any
Mm,
batsman is, apart from that one partnership between Sky and Tilak. Even then, also the match was
mm,
all but over, but still they could
mm.
give some resistance and they could delay the process a little bit more. But whatever damage was to be done happened like in the early stage only, because the way Akil Hussain, he just ripped through the batting lineup of Mumbai Indians along with Noor Ahmed. So I think
Mm,
another player who impressed me big time in that match, I think we all must give a loud cheer to Mukesh Chaudhary,
yeah.
who lost his mother
Mother.
before that match, and he
Mm,
just came back and came back so strongly, and he picked
mm,
up Quentin de Kock's wicket also.
yeah.
Yeah, so these are few things which are making me
Mm,
think about CSK's team, that yes, finally CSK's team has found a
mm,
little bit of a direction and perspective, because um yes, Ayush Matre's absence will be
yeah.
hurting them, but
Mm,
again they have options. They can, one of the players that they can definitely go with is Urvil Patel if they feel like, because
yeah,
he's a
yeah.
proper top order batter,
Mm,
and he has
mm,
got a very good hand of hitting. Like
mm,
even
yeah.
his numbers in the domestic also are absolutely
Yeah, yeah.
uh, enviable. Yeah,
Clean hitter,
clean
proper
hitter,
bat swing. So yeah.
proper batsman,
Mm.
proper
So
batsman. Yeah,
he's a. Mm.
he's a
But
proper like to like
what
replacement for Ayush Matre. So
Aish Matre, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, but one thing, one blind spot that is there in CSK's batting lineup, and in a way, Sanju Samson's brilliance is hiding
yeah, yeah.
this blind spot. Is the middle
Middle
order
order,
is not
hundred
firing
percent,
for them?
100%,
So
100%.
Brevis, Shivam Dube, Kartik Sharma, none of them is Kartik Sharma last match. is now, I can sense that he is coming back to his own self, and he's playing his shots.
Shivam
But
Dubey is
he
a
needs
concern. Dubey is a concern now.
concern. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%,
yeah,
100%. If we
yeah.
just call out one single batsman who has not yet found, like just like Jitesh Sharma for RCB, or maybe
Hmm.
Nehal Vadhera for Punjab,
Yeah.
there are few players who are just struggling to find their forms.
Hmm.
We must be having in the same category. This one guy will
Hmm.
fall, Shivam
Hmm.
Dubey, because the way he showed his prowess
Hmm.
in World T20. He is
Yeah.
clearly somehow looking confused about his game plan. He is not
Hmm.
very clear in his mind about the kind of game that he should play.
Hmm. One takeaway from this match, and it's a question that how can MI look like a tournament winning side on Monday and a bottom table side on Thursday? And I think this is the MI
Yeah, yeah,
problem.
absolutely,
Uh, their, their
absolutely.
their highs are very high, and their lows are scary. Tilak's 100 against GT showed promise, but against CSK, even Tilak and Sky's 60-run partnership only delayed the collapse. They also could not save them from the fate that they had. I think MI now have to look at their approach, and the way they are handling the team. I think there are a lot more questions, non-cricketing questions that they have to answer. It's not just their on-field performance; it's also about the way they are managing the team. I'm not sure how far it is true. I was watching a reel where the Akash, I think, uh, one of their team owners, he was asking the audience to go back, that there's nothing left in the match. So the way their key stakeholders are reacting to what is happening in the team is sad to see for a team like MI. But we as cricket fans are hopeful, because without MI, IPL is a bit less eventful. Let's put it that way, and
Maybe
we
just
want
look at
them
their
to
team.
come back and do well. Because yeah, so all the superstars are there in
All the
that team.
superstars. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So
it was bound to happen. So this frustration was it was so on the cards because
mm,
it's such a important derby, and
mm,
MI versus CSK has always been such a biggest rivalry, and
mm,
that too, like, you are getting defeated for over 100 runs. It's
mm,
very, very difficult to digest for the owners. It's very difficult for the even for the audience to digest. I
yeah.
don't know, like, there must be something seriously wrong with the entire batting
Mm,
lineup, and clearly the captaincy was also was very defensive in that entire match, because when you are having so much of help for the spinners,
mm,
and also then you could have unleashed a lot of plans, like you could have gone with the slower deliveries, the length,
yeah.
the cutters and all these things. The way Ashwani was bowling, it was perfectly
Mm,
fine. But apart from Ashwani, and I think everyone just missed their trick at some point of time, and
yeah.
it was looking like the clarity was missing among the bowlers. The
Mm,
batsmen were also missing clarity, like just for the sake of the comparison, just look at the way Akil Hussain bowled.
mm,
I think he could bring around 3 degrees, 4 degrees turns
yeah.
in
Yeah.
that match. He was bringing those deliveries in which he was getting 3 degrees, 4 degrees of turns.
Hmm.
And you are having Mitchell Santner, who is a proper like one of the most intelligent, smartest left arm spinners in white ball cricket, and yet Akil Hussain is making a fun of your batting lineup is
Hmm.
not a very good picture.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think something is wrong.
Okay, now let's move to SRH versus DC. And I think this was the most important match in the sense that both the teams were in form, and they were playing good brands of cricket, both the teams. SRH scored 242 for 2. Delhi could manage to score 195 for 9, lost by 47 runs. And if the MI's first match, MI's match was about Tilak's innings, this match was about Abhishek's innings, and Abhishek scored a 135 run from 68 balls, 10 fours, 10 big sixes. He, along with Travis Head, they both of them gave good start, aggressive start. Ishan Kishan and Klassen continued that tempo. Klassen, and we will talk about him. He has come back to, at least he has come back to 80% of what he could be.
Definitely.
He scored 37 not out from 13 balls. The way he is finishing the innings for SRH is uh, excellent news for them. And but we will talk about SRH's bowling because again the story of the match was not just Abhishek's batting or not just Klassen's batting. It was about the way SRH is using their resources to come up with a bowling unit that is creating so much impact in this year's IPL, and we will talk about their bowling. Let's start with their bowling because I don't think there's much to discuss
Yeah,
about their batting. We expect
sure,
this
the
from
batting.
SRH, and we expect this from Abhishek Sharma. We expect this from Ishan Kishan, and we expect this from Klassen. But what the interesting part of SRH's campaign this year is their bowling, and let's talk about their bowling, and then we will move to DC's campaign, and then the next match. We will discuss the last match, I think, and then we have almost
Yeah,
covered all
yeah,
the matches. Yeah.
right. So, when we were discussing about Sunrisers Hyderabad in the like pre IPL analysis, the squad of SRH, we knew that this was always on the cards because they will
Hmm.
play definitely some of the innings, and Abhishek will score a daddy innings like this. Klassen will come up with this cameo, and finally they will score around 250 to 60, maybe even more than that in one
Hmm.
of the belter tracks on Hyderabad. Definitely, this was always on the cards. And along with that, we had a question that the kind of bowling that SRH is going with, whether they will be able to defend a score like that or not.
Hmm.
Now, with the bowling that they were having initially, I was still having my questions. But
Hmm.
now, what they have done is they have found ways, and hats off to SRH management, hats off to Varun Aaron, hats off to whoever has been responsible to revamp this bowling unit full fledgedly. I'm like, I have nothing to say because why me? I think nobody has anything to say because they have just gone beyond the names. Now,
Hmm.
the kind of courage that, or the kind of heart that one management needs to go beyond the experienced names who have been seasoned campaigners in the IPL, Harshal or Unadkat, and trusting on players who are uncapped, who are absolutely new, raw, fresh, Sakib,
Hmm.
Praful in the first two matches. And once they found that Madhushanka is has joined their setup, They brought in Madhushanka the last match, and let's not forget about Ishan Malinga.
Hmm.
Like if I was one of the, I think I only was keeping on saying that how where is Ishan Malinga's is Ishan Malinga that kind of a bowler whom you would be trusting, or maybe you will who would be winning you matches. So I was having this, or who could pull anything special so that you can win matches. Is he can he be the X factor bowler? And that's where a good management, you know, that the credit goes to management that they have pulled off a match winner from Ishan Malinga. So
Hmm.
every match he is impressing. So I
Yeah.
think Sakib and Ishan Malinga, the way they are bowling in the middle and the death overs, they are almost looking unpenetrable. And
Hmm.
both of them have got very good variations. And even in the last match, we could see that Madhushanka also came up. Shivang is another bowler. Harsh is
Yeah.
another bowler. Like right now, the kind of bowling setup that they are using, Madhushanka, a proper left-arm fast bowler. Both these spinners, they are having one left-arm finger spinner, one left-arm wrist
Hmm.
spinner, and the two fast bowlers with a lot of variations.
Hmm.
I think SRH bowling lineup is looking all of a sudden very complete.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if they are going with this approach in the next half, I
Hmm.
think they will put all the teams into pretty much of a trouble. So
Hmm.
today we would see that how they manage against Rajasthan Royals. The last match, I think that match was their comeback match. The
Yeah.
last Rajasthan Royal match that they played, I
Hmm.
think that was their comeback match, and in which they found out their talents, the new bowling talents, the raw talents. That
Hmm.
9 runs, 5 wickets that match.
Hmm.
Today in Jaipur, I think we will be. It will be very interesting to see that how the bowlers they find, or they are whether they are able to manage the same thing again or not.
Hmm.
So it would
Hmm.
be a very interesting match. I think
Hmm.
so far as this period, SRH's bowling is looking absolutely spot on.
Yeah. Quickly, let's look at DC's batting in that match. They were not terrible with the bat. KL Rahul made
Yeah,
37, Nitish Rana made 57, Rizvi made 41, Stubbs contributed with 27. But the problem was the target was so huge, and every batter had to take risks from the start that led to the downfall, and that led to they not crossing the line. But what I am observing in DC's batting, they somehow they are missing a X factor kind of a batter who will create
they're
that
missing a
impact.
firepower.
They're missing they're actually missing the
Firepower.
firepower in their batting. They do not have
Hmm.
that player who is unpredictable, who will take things to the next level. They are missing such batter. Obviously they have Killer Miller in their team. They have
No, no.
Stubbs for me is a predictable batter, and he's rotate strike and strikes, and he's not that he's not that killer kind of a batter who can totally demolish the opposition. And same with say Nitish Rana, Samir Rizvi, they are good batters, and Rizvi they actually uh, totally light of this year's IPL initially. But again, Samir Rizvi, he is also predictable in a sense that we know what to expect from him. So they are missing a batter who will go beyond all these expectations and all these scripts, and who will go beyond the script and do something that will shock all of us. So that is not happening with Delhi's side, and then that's why they are playing good cricket, but they're not. That's not enough. That's what I think. And that's in their batting,
They
at
have
least their
a
bowling
they
is.
have a they have a guy, Prithvi Shaw,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
who can play the game that you are talking about.
yeah.
Uh, there is only one man in the entire setup who can
Yeah,
play that kind of a game. You know,
yeah.
inside the power play, he might play an innings which would take the
Hmm.
game away from the opposition.
Hmm.
Actually, what is happening with Delhi, the kind of batting lineup that they are going with, to make sure that they will win, I think their bowling lineup needs to fire. So
Hmm.
they are a very bowling dependent team,
Dependent. Hmm.
and
Hmm.
uh, also they have a very good bowling lineup. Let's not take anything away
Hmm.
from the bowling lineup that they are
Yeah,
having.
yeah. Hmm.
Akshar, Kuldeep, and upfront Mukesh, Natarajan, and
Hmm.
NBD. All five of them are
Hmm.
pretty good, pretty well performing bowling lineup.
Hmm. Hmm.
But having said that, I think the kind of uh, stages that right now the IPL is going through or will go through, you cannot
Hmm.
just depend on your bowling lineup completely, and you expect that your bowling lineup will restrict the opposition within 180 every match.
Hmm.
And it will the score will someday or the other the score will go as high as 240 or maybe 250 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So today, no bowling lineup is safe enough, and we know that
Hmm.
on those days where you will be getting hit for fun,
Hmm.
whether you have the batting lineup to chase the total down. Like I'm pretty much
Hmm.
sure that had this team been Punjab Kings or maybe
Yeah.
RCB for that matter,
Hmm.
the kind of batting lineup that they have, they would have gone for the
Hmm.
kill, and they would have
Hmm.
managed. If not they chasing down, they could have managed at least coming close to the target.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
level of batting firepower that Punjab and RCB are having. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay, now let's come to LSG versus RR, and this was a very different kind of game. Not 240, not 200. RR scored only 159 for six. But on that Ikana surface, it became more than enough. RR were in serious trouble. Shami removed Jaswal and Jurel of consecutive deliveries. Mohsin Khan removed Suryavanshi. RR were 32 for 3 after 4 overs, and lately they were 77 for 5. This is where Ravindra Jadeja's innings became very important. Jadeja scored 43 not out from 29 balls, and RR managed to reach 159 for 6. The final over went for 20 runs, and that changed the game to some extent. And so I think
100%.
RR survived the initial collapse. They made a modest score but competitive, and that we realized when we watched the second innings of that match. Uh, and we like always we have to give credit to the way uh, Rian Parag led the team, the tactical brilliance. Sometimes he's showing, except few bad decisions in few matches. If we just set them aside, then overall he's doing brilliantly. LSG's chase collapsed immediately. Badoni was run out in the first over. Rishabh Pant fell for a duck. Markram also went early. LSG were 11 for 3 in the third over. But Mitchell Marsh showed some resistance, scored 55. Puran, continuing his bad form, he scored 22. And there was no real support from anyone else. Jofra Archer is having a brilliant season this time, finished with 3 for 20, and LSG were bowled out for 119. So RR, and we will discuss this now, that won this match not through glamour, flamboyance, but through game awareness. They understood the pitch better. LSG were playing at home, but RR looked like the team that understood Ikana and the surface, the conditions much better than LSG. So let's discuss what is happening to LSG at Ikana, why their home conditions are, or the home ground is not appearing like the fortress for them. Rather, it is looking like they are getting trapped in their home conditions and home ground. And in general, what is going wrong in LSG's team and the way they are playing this year.
The last match was absolutely sheer. What should I say? It was looking like LSG is not serious about the tournament. I think
Hmm.
the problem looked very psychological and right. So the last over where Mayank Yadav got hit for
Hmm.
20 runs, I think after that it was 159. Nothing much to say about Rajasthan's batting effort because it was not a pitch where he could score uh, more than 170. Could have been maybe at max they could have gone for 170, 175. But
Hmm.
159 was a good enough score.
Hmm.
But if I'm just talking about the way RR came up with the ball, so RR already wasted their impact sub
Hmm.
in Shubham Dubey.
Hmm.
So they clearly was going with one bowling option less, and that actually shows the kind
Hmm.
of bowling lineup that RR is having. I think as of now, after the first phase is over, we are done with the first half. For
Hmm.
me, the best bowling side this year's IPL is Rajasthan Royals
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even in not even in one single match they have their bowlers have looked going for like giving away too many runs. Apart from the
Hmm.
SRH match, because SRH match maybe that one phase when Ishan Kishan uh, started going ballistic. I think that one phase was such a portion where their bowlers could not perform as they were expected to,
Hmm.
and maybe the
Hmm.
finishing that they did against KKR, their bowlers could not finish the innings
Hmm.
properly.
Hmm.
But apart from that, their bowling has not only been good enough, it has been top notch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in every phase. So
Hmm.
being the initial overs of Archer and Nandrabargar, they have been clinical, both of them.
Hmm. Hmm.
In the middle overs, Ravi Bishnoi, Ravindra Jadeja, like he has
Yeah.
not got enough opportunities, and but when he has got,
Hmm.
he showed that how dangerous he still
Hmm.
is.
Hmm.
Jadeja and Bishnoi proper to spinners,
Hmm.
and along with that, Brijesh is one such new talent who is surprising everyone with his cutters, slowers, the variations
Yeah.
that he is bringing. He is
Hmm.
sometimes being used in place of Sandeep Sharma, someone who is a seasoned campaigner. So some like in some
Legend, one
now
of the legends of IPL, I think.
one of the one of the most
Hmm.
experienced bowlers in the
Hmm.
IPL, and
Hmm.
they are now using Brijesh as the one of the
Hmm.
substitute of Sandeep now, which is
Hmm.
a big thing. he doesn't
Yeah.
have any domestic experience. He has played only Bengal Pro T20
Hmm.
leagues. So he's a proper result of a scout.
Hmm.
And like even in the death overs, Archer, Tushar Deshpande in a few matches, Brijesh.
Yeah.
I think in every phase they are having bowlers who can get the job done for them. The best bowling lineup as of now
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me is Rajasthan Royals. And when and LSG just looked, what should I say? Like they just gave up. Like from the
Hmm.
very first over, I think that run out happened, Vadoni, and like God knows what Rishabh Pant is up to, and the way he got out, he's chasing only
Hmm.
160. He played that
Hmm.
ugly hoik, and it got an inch, and it like Nandre Barger like picked his wicket.
Hmm.
I'm like something like LSG is looking in tatters, even worse than
Hmm.
KKR right now, because
Hmm.
KKR at least is on the verge of finding their puzzles all together and everything.
Hmm.
And since like almost like they have also played 7 games, and
Hmm.
now Pathirana also has joined their setup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe their bowling looks better now. So with Pathirana
Hmm.
coming in the initial overs, Vaibhav
Hmm.
doing well. Middle overs, Kartik Tyagi,
Hmm.
Anukul, Varun. Now
Hmm.
Pathirana, they will be
Hmm.
having a good proper lineup right now. Only thing
Hmm.
is that they will have to settle their batting down. But like what should be said about LSG? LSG's bowling is
Hmm.
absolutely fine, and where like
Hmm.
among them, the one who has impressed us the most is Prince.
Hmm.
Uh, Shami is bowling well, Prince is bowling well,
Hmm.
fair enough. Mohsin is
Hmm.
bowling well. Three of their bowlers absolutely going perfect. But
Hmm.
what about their batting? Their batting is looking so shabby.
Yeah.
Like none of the batters is having any kind of form. Mitchell
Hmm.
Marsh not firing enough.
Hmm.
Markram absolutely like he's not even having his proper position.
Yeah.
Like he one day he's playing like he's not a floater.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like Markram is wasted. Rishabh Pant, nobody is like just like the last season. Rishabh Pant is also is becoming hard to understand.
Hmm.
Nicholas Puran, a batsman who was so brilliant last year, and now like it seems like he's not even the shadow of himself.
Yeah.
The way he's playing, like
Hmm.
people will forget what Nicholas Puran is in another few matches. Like,
Hmm.
but like the ones
Many
who
of us, including many experts, we used to rate him as one of the best T20 batters of all time.
danger,
Uh,
hands down,
yeah.
because
Hmm.
he can play pace and spin with
Yeah. Yeah.
equal sets of skill. So I think
Hmm.
Nicholas Puran used to be a different level batter. I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also the kind of IPL experience that he has got. I
Hmm.
think very unfortunate. Ayush Badoni is also not uh, clearly he's showing his that he's not the prodigy that
Hmm.
Lucknow is so hard bound to portray him as one of uh, their products and everything.
Hmm.
It's very difficult. So right now LSG is absolutely like
Hmm.
shattered. LSG, MI, KKR, they will
Yeah.
have to figure out a lot of things.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
KKR is still after that one match, maybe at least having a little bit of momentum. But again, this 1 week of gap,
Hmm.
how will they
Hmm.
would be able to
Hmm.
uh, continue the momentum of that win? That's also a question.
Yeah.
But other than that, MI and LSG with the kind of form that they
Mm.
are right now, mean
Mm.
difficult, difficult for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think we have reached to the end of this live. We covered almost all, I think, all the matches that happened last 5 days. We talked about all the standout performances. We talked about the teams, their bowling and batting performances, where they are going right, where they are going wrong, and we look forward to the two matches that we have today. And yeah, so we have reached to the mid portion of this season, and things will become more exciting, hopefully in the next half. So yeah, look forward to that. And thank you so much again for supporting us and watching our content, staying with us in these live, and uh, putting interesting comments in the chat box. Yeah, thank you for that. We will continue to have such conversations in this channel. We are growing as a channel, but we need your support. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, if you have not watched our content, please watch our content and share with your friends, family members, and colleagues, and all the cricket fans you know. Yeah, so with that note, let's end the live here. Thank you for watching, and see all of you in the next one.